Bald&curious here. So today we're gonna do a little experimenting. I shoot the USPSA and IDPA. I've been in a search of the perfect gun for both. Now ideally I would shoot this Infinity in limited USPSA and ESP IDPA, but although it makes with the 10 round, with this stupid 10 round magazine, you know, it makes the weight and it probably fits the box. They consider this to be a heavy barrel or whatever. So the ruling I got from IDPA says it's not legal. Now, my Wilson Combat, on the other hand, I emailed them and they said it's legal as long as it makes weight, and it does. It barely, but it just makes weight. So originally I thought I'll be shooting this in USPSA and Wilson IDPA, but I came across STI Edge, and that's actually IDPA legal gun, which is basically 2011, not as fancy as this. And question is, what do you shoot out of it? Okay, it's 40 Smith & Wesson, just like this. So obviously you don't want to be shooting a major power load in the IDPA because you don't need to. So here's my preferred load. These are 180 grain extreme bullets, over I think about 4.5 hang on a second. Yeah, 4.7 of tight group or clean shot. They're pretty much identical powders, and that makes a major power factor. Now these are downloaded down to about 3.8 grains of tight group, and that gives me a 770 feet per second, so that's 138 power factor. That's about what I keep my IDPA load, about 133. The second load that I tried, but I had a little issue in this gun, is running same load as a major power factor, the 4.7 grains, but run 155 grain bullet. And that runs at about 860 feet per second and gives me 133 power factor. Now my go-to load for IDPA is are these Acme bullets, 145 grain, round nose. I'm not sure what the load is, but it gives me 930 feet per second and 134 power factor. That's pretty much where I am. So they're pretty close as far as the power factor. Question is, what's recoil impulse like? So we're gonna compare them, and hopefully I'm gonna be able to get some actual slow-mo and splice it together, and we'll see what we can see. So the first is 180 grain. I'm not really gonna worry about accuracy as much because IDP is more of a combat accuracy. So as long as I hit the 8-inch circle or 6-inch circle up in the head, I'm good. But let's see what this gun feels like. This is 155 grain. Personally, it seemed a little bit, just a hair snappier than 180. And here's my go-to 9mm IDPA load. Somebody says something about the weight and the caliber. I mean, obviously we kind of comparing apples and oranges since it's a 9mm and 40, but these two guns are almost identical weight, believe it or not. Okay, this is all steel gun. This one is like polymer or plastic wrap, but the top is a lot heavier. So weight-wise, they're just about the same. And I have to say that a 180 grain minor load feels the best out of this gun. Alright, so after all this testing, I'm probably more confused than I was before. It definitely feels that a 180 grain minor load feels better than 155 major load, I would say. It just, you know, it's like, it's not that huge difference, but you can feel it. But I'm not sure if it's just as mild as a 145 grain 9mm at just about the same power factor. The jury's still out on that, but it's definitely something I might look into it and just shoot 40 all the way around. This way, although I love Wilson Combat, that thing's gonna stay with me forever. I love that gun, but might be easier competition-wise, just consolidate and just have one caliber for most of my shooting competition. I don't have to deal with reloading different calibers. I'm still gonna reload 9mm. I'm still gonna shoot 9mm, but just not as often. So I don't know, hopefully you learned something. If not, I'm sorry. And as always, have fun, keep shooting.